Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nitre and this is Brains and Beauty TV, and today I'm gonna do another chit chat get ready with me because I just feel like it, and I'm doing nothing else, so let's get into it. Hopefully I remember to do some chit chat. Because last time I did, but it wasn't enough. So it's probably gonna be long like last time. Hopefully I can wrap it up. But when you're talking, it just be going. So I, as you can tell, I've already moisturized. And I'm about to prime with this Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur. I'm looking at the wrong thing, sorry. Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur. And I'm all over the place today, y'all. So if I seem aloof, don't even worry about it. Today is just one of those days. I don't know what I want to talk about, but I know I want to talk to y'all. So I know I'm not looking at y'all right now. I'm just looking over here for a second. Anyway, I'm going to allow this to sit for a few minutes. Just because I feel like my makeup sits better after I let it sit for a little bit. So I kind of want to talk about, well, this is what I'm thinking about right now, but I kind of want to talk about this content creation thing. Seems like that's the way of the world right now. Like everything is digital. It's all about, creating this content for social media. And I can honestly say it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but life gets in the way. So I feel like if I could just focus and try to channel all of my energy into doing this, I feel like I could be pretty successful at it. But like I said, life gets in the way, and just things are up and down all the time, and sometimes I legit just don't have the energy, and I'm a wife and a mom, and then things just be happening, and like sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this today, I'm going to accomplish this today, and then as the days start rolling on, next thing you know, you like, what happened? Like, you had an agenda today, and sometimes you don't get around to it. So I just really need to I need to get it together if this is what I want to do. Because at the end of the day, you can't be a content creator if you're not creating content, right? That's kind of how that goes. So anyway, so I'm using the Juvia's Place. I know everybody knows about this. Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvet Matte Foundation in the shade Zaria 320. Can y'all see that? Yeah. This foundation is very much full coverage, which I need because, as y'all can see, I suffer with hyperpigmentation and dark circles. So you may want to like start off, you know, with a little bit and then build up, because it goes a long way. I think one of my biggest issues in general with myself is that I need to get out of my own way, because I'm in my head a lot. Ouch. I'm in my head a lot. And I'm not somebody who just throws things together and just says, oh, well, you know, he'll take that type of thing. I want things to be a certain way. But something that has been resonating with me for a long time, and in tons of videos I've seen on social media in general, where people are just like, you have to start. You have to start somewhere. Like, you can't expect to get from point A to point B if you don't even start at point A in an attempt to get to point B. I really need to get out of my own way so that I can accomplish, or at least start to accomplish what I want. I just need to get out of my head. If the lighting is bad, I'm sorry, y'all. But I really kind of just want to be talking and do my makeup. But it's really about the talking. But makeup is my thing. And, you know, I might as well be doing something that I love doing. While I'm talking to y'all. Because while I am, you know, recording content, or trying to anyway, to talk to you guys, like, although this is for me to upload for everyone to see, it's really for me, you know, like, it's for me to talking things out. It's therapeutic, and I'm just gonna start like using this as a like way for me to get out my thoughts and stuff, because I have a lot of thoughts about a lot of stuff I probably won't share all of my thoughts because a lot of them probably be deemed as controversial or, you know, one-sided or whatever. I don't know. You know, we all have hills that we're willing to die on, as they say, you know, and I'm not in the practice of, like, you know, hopping on bandwagons and going with the majority. Like, I am I like things, you know, that people like. I'm just saying, I'm just not, like, if something is extremely, or someone is extremely popular and everybody loves them, there's a huge chance that I feel differently. Not that I have something against them or the thing or whatever. It's just that I don't like bandwagons, and I don't like just going along to get along. And if I don't have a legit reason to be on board with something, I'm not gonna be on board with it just because that's what everybody else is doing. And if I feel some type of way about something, then that's how I feel about it. I'm not gonna, you know, push it aside and be like, well, you know, you're wrong because everybody else feels, you know, the opposite of you. And because to me, that doesn't matter. Like, I've never been big on, you know, following what everybody else is doing. Like they say, you know, the road less traveled, that's me most of the time. To my own detriment, and it is what it is. Like, if I like something, say for instance, I like a hairstyle or some type of thing, and then it becomes trending or it is trending, even if I like it, I'm gonna wait until it's not a trend anymore to do it or try it, because I just don't like being a part of the majority all the time, or looking like I'm doing something because somebody else is doing it. Like, I've always been my own individual. I want to use this platform as a way to talk and get things out of my head, off my chest, and things like that. So while I'm not somebody, like, I feel like we should all be able to agree to disagree. But while I'm that way, I don't purposely like to ruffle feathers or anything like that. I just kind of feel how I feel about things. And I'm always willing to, like, hear other perspectives about things. But at the end of the day, you know, we all have a right to feel how we feel about things. So I don't go out of my way to try to, you know, like I said, ruffle feathers, because why? There's so much going on in the world right now that we should be focused on instead of, you know, mess and controversy. Now, that's not to say that I'm not abreast of what's going on or, you know, trending topics, but sometimes I ain't. I'm gonna be honest with you, because there's so much mess and stuff that be going on, and I would just rather not, honestly. As y'all can see, I am basically pressing this foundation into my skin with a beauty blender, because sometimes the product kind of just be sitting on top of the skin, and you don't want that. You want it to, you know, you want to press it. Now I'm pressing fast, but I'm basically pressing it into my skin like this, instead of it just sitting there on top of the skin like that, because that will ruin your makeup later as the day goes on. You want it to be meshed well with your skin. And y'all see how this foundation has gotten rid of that hyperpigmentation? Like, my dark circles are so bad, it's just the worst thing ever. I recently took out my my blow and lock extensions, because in the other video I had blow and lock extensions, and I took them out because the person who put them in just, child, I don't even want to get into it because I'm gonna get mad all over again. But I took the lock extensions out, and I'm just going to I'm just gonna, you know, grow them out, grow out my own. And you know, I'm still gonna wear my wigs and stuff from time to time, but until they get to a length to where, I mean, even if they do, you know, even when they do get, I'm pretty much like, you know, sometimes I want to wear wigs, sometimes I want to wear my hair, so it just depends, honestly. But I know that I'm going to be going back and forth between wigs and my hair. Anyway, so I pressed that into my skin. As y'all can see, it's not sitting, like, it's not looking oily or anything. And this is a full coverage matte foundation, but even like, if, you know, in the event that you put on too much, when you press it in, you know, it kind of makes it okay because you're using the beauty blender. So the beauty blender will pick up what's left, you know, just sitting, and then it'll press the rest of it in, so that it won't be because I have a oil slick, like my entire forehead is an oil slick, down my nose, my eyebrows, my eyelids, they get really greasy. So even though this is a full coverage matte foundation, if I just leave it sitting there like that, if I don't do, you know, one of my steps, which I just realized. Okay, y'all saw me put on that Smashbox primer, and I forgot to put on my matte primer on my forehead and over my eyebrows because they get real slick. Lord. Anyway, if you don't, you know, prep your skin right, no matter how matte the foundation is, the oil still can seep through. So you gotta do what you gotta do, and pressing this into your skin will help prevent the makeup from looking like you just put some oil on your head, on your forehead, looking crazy and shiny, even though you got on a face full of makeup, because I hate that. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. I want to use this platform to talk to y'all about things that I be thinking about, things that be on my mind, because I swear I be getting on my wife's nerve. Like, she do not be wanting to hear the stuff I be talking about all the time. She just be like, girl, okay, I understand that you feel strongly about that. And I be like, babe, that's not fair. Like, I'm just talking to you about stuff. She like, girl. So I said I was just gonna talk to y'all because she don't be wanting to listen. Ain't it crazy? How you don't want to listen to your own wife talk? So anyway, now I'm using this MAC Studio Fix powder foundation in NW46. I put on the Juvia's Place foundation, you know, cream foundation, which is matte, and then this powder foundation, which is full coverage in matte from MAC. Because y'all, I'm telling you, the parts of my face that are oily are very, very, very oily. And I just, I'm a full coverage girl. Like, I don't care if I had perfect skin, I would still be a full coverage girl. I just like the way it look, and that's just because I've been doing makeup for so long that it's hard for me to not do it all the way now. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last video or not, but I'm a licensed cosmetologist, and I've been a licensed cosmetologist since 2010, and I've been a professional makeup artist since 2010. I did makeup on myself and clients before then, but once I got my cosmetology license and I took you know, some courses or whatever, and I just, learned and focused on that. I've been professionally doing this since 2010. Although I do have my cosmetology license, I do not do hair anymore. I haven't done hair in years, like probably since I got my license in 2010. I probably did hair like for the rest of 2010, maybe 11 and some 12. But even like during that time, I was like a full-time makeup artist, and then I was doing lash extensions. I got certified with Nova Lash and Extreme Lash, and I learned so much. Like there's all these new techniques for lashes now, and I just be like, I guess times are changing. But when I went through the certification process for Nova Lash and Extreme Lash, like the way they showed us how to do it, it was pretty simple, streamlined. I'm not gonna say simple, but it was pretty streamlined, because anybody who's ever did lash extensions know that it's a tedious process. And back when I started doing lash extensions, we were doing one extension per one natural lash for the most natural look. And now everybody's doing the clusters, they're handmade clusters, from the lash extensions. But we were doing one extension per lash, because we were basing it, because there's different thicknesses to the lash extensions, because there's different thicknesses to your natural lash. And if your natural lash is short and weak and thin, and you put a cluster on there, then you're gonna that natural lash is probably gonna come out because of the weight of the lash, or the lash sheath is too much. So things have changed so much in the eyelash extension game since I was, since I first started doing it. And while I do like some of the changes, some of them I don't. Like I said, putting the clusters, because the clusters are normally like maybe 5 eyelashes extensions. So they're, a cluster of them, and you're putting it on the one lash. And to me, that's just dangerous, because after a while of doing that, and your natural lashes coming out, you can end up with traction alopecia. And that's, when you have this hair, you have spots in your lash where no hair will grow. And the thing about lash extensions is that that's what they are. They're extensions of your own lash. So you can't put an eyelash extension in a spot where there's not hair growing already. That's why they created, I'm not saying that's why they created strip lashes, but with strip lashes, you don't have to have hair. You just have to have a really, really good lash glue, and you can literally put the damn lash right on your skin with no hair. But with eyelash extensions, you have to have a natural lash to attach it to. And if they're all very short, stubby, thin, and weak because of the amount of times you put these too heavy lash extensions on it, then at some point it'll stop growing. Now, it can be reversed, but in the meantime, if you are a lash extension girl, you might end up with spots in your lashes where you can't put the extensions. Now, I've seen where people just kind of, if you have the basic line of lashes of your own natural lash, and they kind of create a foundation, then they'll kind of just stick the extensions in there wherever they can get them. To each his own. I personally, that's not how I was taught to do it, and I care about the natural lash, right? It's just like when you get your hair done and somebody's doing a quick weave or something where they have to put some type of glue product in your hair. You don't just, well, you shouldn't just, slap the glue on top of your hair without trying to protect it. It's the same thing, because you caring about your client's natural hair. So it's the same thing with the lash. Like, you want to make sure that they're able to retain their natural lash in the event that they decide they don't want to do lash extensions anymore. They may want to take a break or whatever the case may be. If they don't have a natural lash, they not gonna know what to do with themselves, because they're used to at least seeing a few hairs up there. Like with me, I don't have really a lot of natural lash. Like, they're terrible, okay? But at least I know that they're there, and I can still get extensions if I want. But if no hair is growing at all, then you're gonna have to wear the tabs or the strips where you can cut them and put them where you want to put them. And truth be told, ain't nothing wrong with strips. I love strips, but I'm just saying. Now, I'm sure somebody would probably disagree with me that do lashes now, because like I said, I started doing lashes not a long time ago, but 2010 is 14 years ago. And although the basics are the same, there's so much things that have changed, and so many people have come into doing this over the last few years with all these new techniques. And more power to you. I'm just saying what I don't feel comfortable doing to a client or with the client, because I care about the natural lash. And not saying that these other lash techs don't. It's just some of them were never taught about that, because a lot of times these people, they get certified and then they teach the class to other people, and then some stuff get lost in translation, fall by the wayside or whatever. So anyway, I'm just talking. Don't pay me no mind, y'all. But anyway, makeup is like, I love makeup. I love talking about it. I love doing it. But now, like, I feel like I want to be more of a like instructor or mentor. Like, I don't necessarily want to take clients. Like, I will take like a few select clients, but just me like knocking clients out back to back to back to back to back to back, like when I used to do it. I don't think I want to do that anymore. Just because I don't like, not I'm 40 now, y'all, and I started doing this when I was 26, 27, and maybe 25, because I wasn't professionally doing it when I was 25, but I've done it enough to know, like when I first started doing makeup, I did a lot of free stuff because you want to learn the technique. But yeah, so you want to learn when you first start doing makeup. You want to learn as much as you can. You want to learn, the basics, and you want to, once you've done enough, like you want to build or create your own routine, like your signature way of doing things, and but you want to learn all type of skin, like skin type, skin color, skin textures, undertones, and things like that. And you have to do some free stuff because you want to do makeup on every skin tone there is, and you want to be in the presence of people who know what they doing. And sometimes when you first starting out, ain't nobody willing to pay you because you don't have a portfolio yet, and even if you do, it may not be up to par for the person that you want to work for. Not to say that that person won't still let you work with them, but not pay you yet. And then once you start learning and they see you in action, then they'll pay you. You know what I'm saying? But not to say that you need to be out here doing free makeup for years. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, even though when I first started playing with makeup, I did makeup on anybody who would let me do it on them. It didn't matter who it was. And most of the time it's people that you know, your friends, your family, people that are in your everyday life. Because I just wanted to learn. And then like once I got in cosmetology school, that's literally what we did all day. Was practice on each other. Practice hair, practice makeup, practice nails, practice skincare. That's what we did all day, every day. So I'm constantly surrounded by different types of people and skin and textures and undertones and real fair and real dark. So I got, like, cosmetology school was a blessing for me because I learned so much. Not to say that I'm using it for what everybody uses it for, to do hair, because I don't use it for that. But I learned so much otherwise, like sanitation and stuff like that, which is very important when it comes to makeup, like sanitation and preventing cross contamination when you're doing makeup on clients is a big thing. And I honestly don't hear enough people talking about it. I just don't, because when you're watching a YouTube tutorial on, like, when you're trying to learn how to do makeup, right? And you're watching a YouTube tutorial, they're not showing you how they prep their stuff, right? They're not showing you that they laid everything out because they're doing it on themselves for the most part. But even if you're watching a YouTube tutorial, somebody doing makeup on somebody else, they don't actually show you their setup for the most part. Now, some people will, there's always an exception to the rule. I'm just saying, if you type in makeup tutorial and there's somebody doing a makeup look on somebody else, you normally don't see their layout, right? And they don't show you how they set it up and how they sanitize everything. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't know about the sanitation part. Like, I literally carry, let me see if I have it right here. Give me 1 second. I have a bottle that I put, a spray bottle that I put 90 proof alcohol in, rubbing alcohol, right? Because when I do clients, I lay all my products out and I spray everything. Because that 90 proof alcohol is gonna evaporate any type of germ or whatever. Now, mind you, obviously before you do a client, you need to thoroughly clean your tools before you even get with the client. But just to sanitize, because you have to set your stuff out in the air, you're touching it, and you just want to put your client's mind at ease that you care about cleanliness. So I lay all my products out, I get my alcohol, and I spray everything down, and it literally, it wets it for a few seconds and it evaporates. So it's quick. It's not like you sitting there having to wait for your products to dry, especially if you get the right one. 90 proof is the best, but they also have 70 proof if you can't find 90. But just regular rubbing alcohol, I mean, it's okay, but it's not, because there's a lot of water in that one. 70 or 90 preferably, right? You spray it on there, it gets wet, and it evaporates real quick. You spray the surface of your brushes, you spray the surface of your foundation, your eyeshadows, your blush, bronzer, all that stuff, right? You also have a hand sanitizer there, so you sanitize your hands. And when you get ready to sanitize your hands, you ask your client, do they want some hand sanitizer, just so that they can see that you are cognizant of keeping, germs at bay, right? It definitely puts, well, it should put your mind at ease, but it definitely puts your client's mind at ease when they see that you care about cleanliness, because hopping from face to face without sanitizing your tools and products is a no-no when you're doing makeup. When you're doing anything, like even if you're doing hair, or you're doing lash extensions, or you're doing nails, or you're doing skincare, anything like that, you have to clean your tools between clients. But doing it in front of the client puts their mind at ease, right? I'm so sorry, y'all. I have no idea why I'm doing this coughing. I feel like the air is just really dry in general, right? Like, this winter has been hellacious. Whew. Anyway. Y'all, I done went off on a tangent about the makeup and stuff. And I don't mind, I mean, I want to talk about it with y'all because I love talking about it, but I ain't really telling y'all what I'm doing to my face. But I mean, y'all can see, right? It's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, so like I was saying, they don't really show you when you're somebody trying to learn how to do makeup, and because you know what we do, we want to know something, we go to YouTube. YouTube University, honey. Okay? But they don't show you the behind the scenes. And it's very important to know that you need to be sanitizing your products and your tools in between clients and while you're on a client. Like, when you are touching your client's face because you're using a tool on them or something, once you take your hand off of them and you use that hand, like say for instance, I'm doing your makeup and I'm using this brush, right? I'm doing this and I'm on your face, right? So then I put this brush down and I pick up another tool. You need to sanitize in between picking up the tools. Now, I know that may seem like a lot, right? But when I tell you the little things matter, especially if you want a certain type of clientele, right? Some people that you're doing their makeup, they just don't know. They just know they sit down and when you get done, voila, type of thing, right? But some people, they watch everything that you do. Yeah, they watch everything that you do, and they watch everything that you do, and you just want to put their mind at ease. Now, like I said, they may seem like overkill, right? And at the end of the day, you have to do what works for you, right? A way to circumvent sanitizing your hands, and you don't even have to use hand sanitizer. Like, you could literally just pick up your alcohol spray bottle, spray your fingers, and then go on to the next thing. But if you don't, if you want to not do that, you can wear gloves. It's just that you want to prevent from touching different surfaces and then going back to your client's skin, right? Because even if you like put your hand on their shoulder and then you take that hand and put it back on their face, you don't know what was in the air that they got on their top or whatever they're wearing, and then you transfer it to their face. A lot of clients have sensitive skin. But sanitation is very important. It's just there's no way around it. It's very, very, very important. Just like you're not supposed to be when you are doing mascara on somebody, you're supposed to be using a spoolie. So when you get your mascara, normally when I buy mascara for clients, when I pull the tube out, I break the brush off of it right when I first get it. I don't even use it. And I break it off to, remind me that this is a client mascara, and I'm supposed to be using a disposable spoolie. So when you're doing it, doing the mascara, you pull the top out and you put your spoolie in there, and then you do it and you throw it away, right? Because you can't use the mascara brush that comes with it on each client. I'm looking at the wrong place. You can't do that. You can't do that, y'all. Like, you can't do that. It's just, people have eye issues, eye infections, eye diseases, and things like that. It's just very unsanitary for you to do that, right? And then there's also, I don't even see mine right now, but the disposable lipstick or lip gloss brushes, right? If you're gonna be using a lipstick, the OGs remember heroin. Like, I seen a post on Instagram that said that heroin and Ruby Woo from Mac raised us, and I said, don't forget Candy Yum Yum. But this is, if you know, you know, right? But anyway, you take your lipstick and you can take a brush, a fine brush, or a disposable lip gloss or lipstick one, and you just, you build it up and you put it on. Because putting this directly on your client's lips, I wouldn't recommend it. I just wouldn't recommend it. And you probably could put it directly on their lips and then take your 90 proof alcohol spray and spray it. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. That's just my opinion. And again, if you have a group of clients and they see you, go from one client to the next client with the same product, they may not have seen you spray it with the 90 proof alcohol. So they don't know that you already sanitized it. So you want your clients to feel comfortable with you doing, touching their skin. It's really all about the client. So anytime you can use a disposable product when you're touching somebody else's face, I recommend doing that. Just, for their peace of mind, your peace of mind, their safety health wise, it's a better choice. But see, if you only learning how to do makeup from YouTube, you're not gonna know any of that unless somebody is actually sitting there telling you that. And like I said, I'm sure there's somebody on YouTube that has explained it to you, but for the most part, when people filming YouTube tutorials, they just showing you how to get the look. They're not showing you the behind the scenes. So that's why it's important for you to, if you want to be a professional makeup artist, you have to learn from more than just YouTube. You have to. That's why you got to take courses. You got to sit with somebody who know what they doing. Somebody that you follow on social media, somebody that you admire. Obviously, you know, I wish we could sit with our favorite celebrity makeup artists, but there are people, you know, where you are who offer classes, who offer one-on-ones. And I know that because you're not there yet, it looks like, oh, this is an arm and a leg, but it's an investment. You know what I'm saying? Just like you invest in yourself when you want to start a business, you invest in yourself personally by, you know, keeping up your hygiene, keeping up your skincare, going to the gym, eating healthy. Like, it's an investment that's going to pay off in the future. And yes, some makeup artists charge astronomical prices, but we live in an era of charge your worth and then add tax. So whatever somebody's worth is to them may not line up with what you think. But I'm telling you, do your research and find somebody that you feel like has something that you feel like you want to pay, and go and take that 2-3 hour class. And if I was you, because most makeup artists offer a one-on-one where you want to learn how to do your own face, or they offer a one-on-one where you want to learn how to do clients' face. And the one for clients is more expensive because it's more detailed. There's more information, right? Take that class. Take that class because, take that class because there's going to be more information in there that's not going to be in the one-on-one where you learn how to do your own face. So, it's in your best interest, if you actually want to be a professional makeup artist, to take the one-on-one for clientele makeup class. And I promise you, it will pay off if this is really what you want to do. Now, if you just want to learn how to do your own face, then yeah, you can, you know, look at it on YouTube or pay somebody, you know, a little or nothing that's willing to do that. But I'm saying, if you want to do this as a profession, because you never know the type of opportunities that may be presented to you. And if you show up and you don't know what you're doing, baby, they will make it very clear that you are not welcome here because you lack professionalism. They will tell you that. But in your mind, you're going to be like, I am professional. I'm nice. I did this. I did that. But no, baby, they was looking at something that you didn't do. And they're like, oh, no, we can't do this because the type of people we service around here might be acting a fool. Like, you may be asked to do makeup for a celebrity or a video shoot or something like that. And if you only know what you learned from YouTube because you didn't find out the ins and outs, baby, that could be, that could make or break you. And nothing kills a business worse than word of mouth. I'm telling you. So I'm using Blunt and Film Noir blushes from MAC to contour for the blushes. Blunt and Film Noir. And you can see how this is like more of a reddish brown. This is like a chocolatey brown. But it's like too light if I use it on its own, obviously. But mixing them together, it's perfect. But yeah, y'all, I love, y'all see that? It's so pretty. And see, the thing is, like, if I feel like I use too much of the Film Noir, I could just go back with the Blunt by itself and it'll soften it up. But baby, I be trying to chisel. You hear me? Sorry. I be trying to chisel because I got this little double chin going on, and until I can get this weight off, even if I'm gonna contour, baby, we gonna contour, right? Because we got to contour, baby. We got to contour. We got to contour, honey. Like, I don't know what we was doing before we learned how to highlight and contour, but baby, I can't do without it. And you know, like, our faves on TV and stuff used to be looking good, right? And they wasn't doing all that. Not how we do it now. Like, even back in the day, like in the 60s and before that, like when I guess maybe, I don't know, from what we can see, pictures and movies and all that kind of stuff, they was looking together. And they wasn't doing all this. Because a lot of this new makeup didn't even get developed until way later on. So, yeah. Y'all, my natural hair color in these locks is driving me up a wall. Because I love me some blonde, okay? With for me, I feel more comfortable wearing it when I have dark roots. So anytime you see me in something blonde, it's gonna have dark roots because I just feel more comfortable for me to wear it. I need to have the dark roots. But when I took my blonde extensions out, baby, it left me with this natural brown that I hate. And I just, like, I love how my locks are coming along, but the color, I don't care nothing about that. I don't. If you go down too far with your contour, you can just take that beauty blender. You know what, y'all? I need to get my freaking premium YouTube back because I'm so sick of commercials every 2 minutes. Like, it's so annoying. And I'm trying to do this with music in the background where you can hear me, but you can slightly hear something in the background. And it keeps going. Literally, it play one song and go to a commercial. I'm tired of it. I could literally talk about makeup all day long, and I need to figure out how to do that and make it lucrative, okay? Because I love all things makeup. And I'm just not, like I told y'all earlier, I'm not really like a trendy type of person. Like, if some new products come out and I want to try them, yeah, but just because everybody else is doing it, I ain't gonna do that. But I like this, I like what I like. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, I'll try some stuff, but a lot of times I go back to my tried and true, my staples, because I've been using them for a while and I know the results. I love the results that they give. And I don't have to buy. I mean, like I said, if something new come out that I'm intrigued by, I will try it, but not just because that's what everybody else is doing. Like, I like what I like. But just sitting and talking about the ins and outs of makeup and what it can do for you professionally, what it can do for you if you just love makeup in general and you're not trying to monetize it. Like, there's so much that we can do, and there's such a like, you know, talking about makeup or makeup in general can be very much taboo because there's so many stereotypes and so many preconceived notions, you know, wrapped around it. And it's just like, whether people want to realize it or not, makeup is a form of art, right? Just like they have nail art, you know, you do somebody's hair beautifully, that can be considered art, especially with hair shows and everything like that. Makeup is no different from that. And there's this thing where if you wear makeup, then you don't love yourself, or you have a low self-esteem, or you're trying to cover up something, or, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like I said earlier, even if I had the most beautiful, flawless skin known to man, I'm still gonna be my face. Like, there's nothing that's gonna stop me from doing it. And I don't do it because I'm trying to cover up something. Like, the fact that they have products out here that can make my complexion look flawless, I am grateful for that. Until I can work out how to do it with my own skin, because you know that starts from within and comes out. So that's diet and exercise and drinking your water, and sometimes it's genetics. Like, my dark circles is a genetic issue, but I know that there are ways to work on it, to lighten it. Like, if you don't get enough sleep, that's always gonna give you dark circles. If you're not drinking enough water, that's always gonna give you dark circles. If you ain't eating right, you know, you ain't doing, like, all that stuff starts from within. So I know that, and a lot of that stuff I either am not doing or I'm not consistent on. So in the meantime, while I get my stuff together, I'm gonna do this face. But even, like I said, if I had the brightest natural under eye known to man, I'm still gonna do my face. It's not gonna change. And we should be allowed to, you know, love our face, you know, how we love it. If you are comfortable in your skin, not wearing makeup, only throwing on lip gloss and mascara, by all means do that. Please do that. If you ain't comfortable leaving the house unless you are beat down, then do that. Right? It's okay. Like, everybody's preference is just that. It's their preference. So you do it how it works for you. There's no point in trying to make somebody feel like if they wear makeup, it's something wrong with them. It's not. Like, and unfortunately, a lot of women feel how they feel about makeup because of men. Or not even just men. Let me take back men, just because I got a wife, and so I don't care nothing about what no man say. But there are women in our community that feel the same way about they girl wearing makeup. They don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, for me, being who I am, I can't be with somebody who have a problem with me being who I am. And makeup is a part of who I am. Like, even if I wasn't doing my face all the time, I'm gonna be doing clients or talking about it or teaching it or something. Like, that's a part of who I am. So makeup is always gonna be a part of my life. And if that's a problem for you because you feel like it makes me fake, then we can't vibe, boo. We can't vibe. Like, that's just like, you know, a lot of people feel like we shouldn't be wearing wigs and weave and all that because we got our own natural hair. We need to nurture that. I love my locks. I love having locks. Like, I'm gonna continue to wear them. But I love me a blonde wig with dark roots. I'm gonna wear that. That's just what it is. So, I feel like we should all be able to do what we want to do and what we feel comfortable with in our own skin without it being a problem. Now, we all have our opinions on stuff because there's some stuff that I just don't agree with. And I'm just probably not going to get into most of that stuff on here because, you know, like I said, my opinion is never going along with the majority. So y'all might be like, girl, what? So that's why I be keeping stuff to myself. But I'm just saying, we all have a right to feel how we want to feel. But what I'm not gonna do is tear somebody down or make them feel less than because they doing something that I don't like or that I would rather not have, no parts of. Like, I ain't taking care of you. I'm not paying your bills. I'm not doing nothing for you. So what I think absolutely does not matter. Now I'm taking some of that blunt blush and putting it in my crease. I don't really do eyeshadow, like detail eyeshadow looks no more on myself, just because, when I first started doing makeup, especially back then, baby, we wasn't really caring about no complexion, okay? We did it, but not to the point of, like, right now, like, I care more about my base and my complexion looking beautiful, and like, that's all I care about, because at the end of the day, with a beautiful, flawless complexion, and you put your base on good, you can pop on some lashes and a bold lip and be done. You don't need no eyeshadow, right? But if you want to wear eyeshadow, but wear eyeshadow. I'm just saying, back in the day, when I first started doing makeup, we didn't care. Seriously, we didn't care about our complexion that much. Like, we put it on, but we were really focused on those intricate eyeshadow looks with all the colors and the cut crease and all that stuff with super wing liner and dramatic lashes. That's all we cared about, and our brows. So we put a little something on our face and a lip, but we ain't really care nothing about the in-depth, complexion thing. We did. And now it's like, that's all I care about. So every now and then I'll do a more detailed eyeshadow look, but when I tell y'all I got all these eyeshadow palettes that I barely use, but they be beautiful when you see them, and you just like, I gotta have it. Look at all those colors. And then you buy it, and then you be like, girl, so you just bought it to look at it? But clients still be wanting, eyeshadow looks and stuff, so it don't hurt to have them. I'm just saying that I personally don't wear a lot of eyeshadow anymore. I do my brows last, y'all. Most people I see nowadays, they do their brows and their eye first. Ooh, that's pretty still. Makeup Forever Duo Pro Sculpting Duo. This is what I'm using, because this is supposed to be a bronzer, but it's too light for my skin. But this highlighter color, yes, me. I do my brows last because when I first started doing my makeup, like for real, like when I learned how to do it for real, not with them. Y'all, I wish I could find pictures, but actually I don't, okay? Because my brows used to be so terrible. These are my natural brows, and this is as thick as they get, and I don't arch them or nothing. My natural brow is terrible. But the brows that I used to draw on top of them was worse. Do you hear me? So when I learned how to do makeup for real, I was like, I need to burn these pictures, because baby, that was a no-no, okay? But when I first started doing my makeup, like for real, I did my brows first. Because like I told you, like, we cared about brows and detailed makeup looks and lashes. I mean, detailed eyeshadow looks and lashes. So I did my brows first. Like doing my brows last. And it helps them to last way longer, and I don't have to worry about, like, when you do your brows first and then you start on your complexion, you have to work around your brows. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to end up touching them up just a little bit, because some powder might get on them, or you might accidentally put something in the middle right here, like trying to avoid them and all that. I just do them last. I love that. Ain't it pretty? Yeah, so I do my brows last. And I see that most people do they brows and they eye looks first and then just work on the rest of it. But another thing is, a lot of people still do a lot of people still highlight the top of their brow after they draw it on. And I don't do that. And obviously, if you do your brows last and you do all that concealer, it's gonna be a mess. So I don't even do that. I just, make sure that it's how I want it, and then I do the bottom. I don't conceal the top. It just works better for me that way. Okay, I'm gonna do my brows now. I don't know why I'm doing this part, because baby, they ain't even there. They not there. But when you do your brows, you should make sure they all going in the right direction. I'm using this NYX Lift and Snatch brow tint pen. But hold on. Before I do that, this is something that I do that I just love the way it looks. Like, you'll see the difference, what I'm talking about. Like, you see how my brows are right now, like, it's like, girl, what brow, right? Even though I don't have no brow, I'm gonna take some concealer and highlight, dang girl, I'm gonna highlight under the brow before I actually fill it in. Y'all see that already? Y'all see the difference? I ain't even finished blending this one, but you see how now you see that I got a brow. Just imagine if I had a brow for real and you did that before you even filled it in. Like, the difference that it makes. So when you fill it in, it also helps with you, well, if you got brows, you ain't drawing them from scratch every day. But I do. I have to draw them from scratch every time I do my makeup. So, but one time I was in a rush and I forgot to actually draw my brows on after I did this part. And everything else was done but my brows. But it didn't look as bad because I did the brow lift with the concealer. Like, I ain't saying that it's like, oh my God, wow. But like, y'all see the difference. This is like, it's all blended in. And this one you can see that something's supposed to be going on there. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Especially since, again, I don't have no brows. Child. Like, it looks so much different. And this one literally look lifted. Like I'm doing this. But I'm not. So, I just like it. And just in case my dumb ass forget to put my brows on again, at least there'll be a little definition there, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, y'all. This mirror in the way. I might have messed up that one. But the good thing is, when you go in to fill it in, you can fix, like, you know, if you put your arch in the wrong place. But baby, you shouldn't have to put your arch nowhere if you got brows, okay? I just wasn't blessed with no brows, honey. I just wasn't. I don't even know what that's about. Cause I've never been a person that got them like arched because I never had to. And I'm like, I'm looking at pictures of me when I was a little kid, and I'm like, why do my brows look the exact same way they did when I was 9 years old? And I haven't done anything to my brows to make them like that. It's terrible. It's terrible, y'all. I would also like to add that it shouldn't take this long for you to do your face, okay? But I want to talk to y'all, so this is where we at. I want to talk. So anyway, that little brow lift, it helps me a lot. And now I'm finna fill it in with this brow pen. And like I said in the last video, you know, there's tools you can use for this, but because I'm doing it on my own face, I just take the butt end of the pencil, the pen, and do this. And it blends it right on out. Now this is also good if you want to do like the hair-like strokes. I do it, but I don't do it. Like, I think it depends on the day for me if I feel like that. So I'm gonna do it today, just so y'all can see. But I don't really care about the hair-like strokes. As long as my brow ain't looking like no box up here, that's all I be caring about, honestly. Cause, child, that's how I used to draw them on, and I was just like, girl, I can't believe that you thought this was okay. And see, I done already highlighted it, so I ain't really gotta go back and do that. You can if you wanna make it more defined, but you don't have to because you did it before. Like, what a difference a brow makes, right? Cause, Lord. Y'all see how I done drew? I done drew on 2 different brows. just gonna have to be sisters and not twins today because, baby, like you see how this one got the little right there, and this one is more smoother. It is what it is. I ain't doing nothing, so I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. I just wanted to come on here and talk to y'all. And I can honestly say I feel better. So, whoever ends up seeing this, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, because this has made me feel better today. Bruh. It's 2 different brows. I kind of fixed it a little bit. Child, these brows ain't finna stress me out. You hear what I'm saying? I'm not doing... I ain't going nowhere today, so... No.
Hi guys, my name is Marabella, and I love you so much. So mommy is just doing makeup, and I was going to tell mommy I'm sorry I was getting on her nerve, but I came out of my room and she called me like, Bella! And I came in here and I said, what?
Look at the green dot.
I love you so much, then I wanted to.
You'll see them next time?
I'll see you next time when I get up. Bye.
She was gonna pass out if I ain't let her come in here and say hi to y'all. Okay, and she had to give y'all a little bit of backstory and all of that because she wouldn't be Bella if she didn't. Okay, she's 4. She's about to be 5 in February, and baby, 5 going on 15 if you ask me. Cause that mouth. But my wife says that I got it honest. That she got it honest. And I'm like, girl, now see, y'all see what I done did. I'm like, I did not have no smart mouth at 4 years old. Cause my mama was, she was not playing with me like that. But these kids come here ready. Like, they come here on 10. Anyway, what's next, y'all? Oh, I need to do my moles. Hold on, y'all. I think I left off saying I need to do my moles. So let's do those right quick, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Y'all, if I don't have these moles on my face, I feel naked, okay? I got to have the moles. I have lost. I wasn't even gonna do no lashes today because I need some new ones. But I cannot find my mascara. So y'all just gonna have to get these flyaways. These dramatic ass lashes. They beautiful. It's just that, They ain't for everybody. They real dramatic. See how quick this lash elevated this look? It's dramatic, yes. But you see how it don't matter that I ain't got no intricate eye makeup? Because boom. Like, yes, it's dramatic. I'm not arguing that point, y'all. It's definitely dramatic. But it does that. You know what I'm saying? It does what it needs to do. Cause now all I gotta do is put on a bold lip and I'm gonna be good. Okay, so we got the other one on. Yes, I said they're dramatic. I get it. But what you gonna do when that's all you got, sis? What you gonna do? So now, because I gotta wrap this up. I've been doing this way too long. I'm gonna do my lip. This lip liner is Juvia's Place Luxe Liner in Scorpio. It's very pretty. And since I had pulled out that heroin earlier to show y'all, I'm just gonna use it. You know what I'm saying? Yup. Can't never go wrong with a nice vampy lip and a dramatic lash. You just can't. Yo. It came out good, y'all. It should have, as long as it took, right? It already take me too long to do my face in general, and I'm sitting up here talking to y'all, and it just didn't drew out. I don't even know how long. I don't even know what time it was when I started this, but baby, I should have been done. See, if my hair was already colored blonde, we would be good, right? But look at this. It's just, and I need a retwist. So let's not leave that part out. I need a retwist. But still, if it was colored, I would be good, right? But I wanna, cause I have those watery inner corners that always mess up my inner corner makeup. So I always have to go in and fix that. Y'all notice something else that I don't do that most people do, that I just realized, and I didn't even mention it to y'all. I don't really do eyeliner on the bottom that much. Like, I think it's because my eyes are kind of like, you know, they're almond shaped. So when I put, let me just show y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. And I'm just gonna use a brown. This is a freaking, I know better than this. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go, okay? Because I done held you too long. But I want to say, anybody who took the time to watch this video, thank y'all for watching me. And I plan to get more consistent. I just need to, you know, get out of my own way. This lash, look. We had a time trying to get up here. So the fact that it's on, I don't know what it is with me and left lashes, honey, but it's always a struggle. But anyway, I plan on like taking some pictures so I can put them in here with the video, just so you can see everything. But I hope y'all like it. Thank you for listening to me rant and rave and take my time and get lost and be all over the place. Like, I am grateful for anybody who actually sat here and watched this. And if I don't pop back on, thank y'all again, and I will see y'all on the next one. Okay?